Do not expect Overwatch League fixtures this weekend. That is what I can tell you right now. So, hey guys, how's it going? It's Danconia here and welcome back to the Overwatch League Roundup 2020. So, this is the follow-up video that I promised on the announcement that was made by the Overwatch League last night to suspend all homestands for March and April. Now, this means, and Pete Vlastelica, the commissioner of the Overwatch League, did clear this up afterwards. It was not particularly well worded, this press release by Owl, but hey, it's what we were given, so this is what we work with. But Pete Vlastelica did clear it up and say these matches will be played, but that they will have to move a few things around in the schedule to make it work. And it does say that in there, that they will play these games as close to the originally planned schedule as possible, but it's got to be when it's safe and logistically feasible. And that is a big bit of wording right there. So this is why I'm saying, yeah, it says the matches will be played, but they will not be played in the way in which they would have been played, if you see what I mean, on schedule and stuff like that. If you go to the Overwatch League website right now, Week 6, Week 7, Week 8, Week 9, Week 10, Week 11 and Week 12 are empty. There are no fixtures scheduled for those weeks. The league are clearly going to work out an entirely new schedule to rearrange these games, including the games that were missed in China and Korea back a couple of weeks ago. So this is good. We will get to see those teams in action fairly soon, hopefully. But obviously we are now waiting on the Overwatch League. We are waiting on an announcement on what they are going to do. We don't even know what their contingency plan is right now for moving away from that homestand format for a temporary period of time. There are, in my eyes, two options for the league here. They go to an online format, which we have seen Hearthstone and League of Legends do in response to the coronavirus outbreak. Or they try and move all the teams back to somewhere like LA and have that central broadcasting area like they used to previously in the past 2 years. I think there are major logistical problems for both. So when we talk about this, obviously the logistical problem for the having just one arena is you still have got a big amount of people in a very small area, and that doesn't work well with this sort of outbreak, obviously with things getting worse in America as well as Europe. So that's not the best way to handle things, but also the online format causes problems as well. So you can't have, if the teams like Hangzhou and Guangzhou and the rest are still in Korea, which is possible, then they can't play from there against American teams like perhaps San Francisco or people like that who might be back in America now because of substantial ping issues, which these players don't normally face when actually playing on LAN, because you don't have ping on LAN, right? It would be slightly more manageable if they were all in one country, in, say, well, one part of America, so you have East and West Coast, but they'd have to be on the same server, is what I mean, regional server. See, if they were all in Europe, it would be fine. But that presents issues, right? And also, the ping issue could also hurt the competitive fairness of the league. When you are all playing on 0 ping, it is an even playing field. Whereas, if you're playing in tiny, slightly different areas of America even, you can have slight differentiation in your ping. Say someone might be working on 35 ping, someone might be working on 40 ping. That 5 pings difference can make a difference to whether that shot hits, whether that ability is registered. So it does hurt the possible competitive fairness of the league. And that's something that Owl and Blizzard Activision Esports, or Activision Blizzard Esports, as it always goes that way around for some reason, will have to take into account. So there are a lot of logistical problems to work out here, and this is why I am really not expecting any fixtures this weekend. I think we can hope there will be fixtures next weekend, but I don't know. It depends how easy it is for the Overwatch League to sort this out. It's a very big issue, and much bigger than some people might understand. And it would, honestly, just be easier for the Overwatch League to just cancel the entire thing and wait until May or whenever this disease is cleared up and then recommence the league from where it left off. But it is good to see that they're going to try and get these games going on. And also from a great, point of view of Overwatch and esports in general, is that we do have options. Unlike traditional sports where you've got to play it in an arena, you've got to play it physically being there, with Overwatch League and esports you don't. You can move to that online format in the worst case scenarios. So this is actually a test of the Overwatch League, and I don't think the Overwatch League will ever have a bigger test than this, because it's very unfortunate it's come in the very first season of the homestand format, and there's nothing the league could have done, and I hope this doesn't reflect badly on the league. I think the league have handled this pretty well. I would have liked to have seen the announcement worded a bit better. I would have liked to have seen a concrete yes or no on whether there'll be fixtures this weekend in that announcement, because I think really they should have had that in order before the announcement came out. But again, that's nitpicking to some extent. But when you look at this situation with coronavirus, I have never experienced something that has just been a body blow to so many events across the world in kind of this space of time, if you see what I mean, in my lifetime. And that's 22 years, so that's pretty extraordinary, and it's an extenuating circumstance not just for the Overwatch League but for League of Legends. Apex was going to kick off one of its first ever tournaments, or major tournaments, and that's had to be cancelled as well. And remember that the CDL, the COD League, this is its inaugural season, and that's in a homestand sort of format, and that's had major problems as well. So it's very, very unfortunate that this timing has happened. But again, it's something we can't prevent, and it's something we can't foresee. So it's something we have to deal with, and it's something that the league, I think, overall, there are some things you can nitpick at, but overall, I think the league has dealt with this in the right way. Containing this to stopping Chinese homestands and then cancelling the Korean homestand, but then taking this measure when they saw that things were getting a lot worse in Europe, not just France, where Paris would have been cancelled anyway, but London would have been in doubt as well, and America is getting worse, and they had to take special precautions for the Washington Justice homestand last weekend. So I think the league is handling this well, and all we can do is wait on the announcement from the league now. That's literally all we can do. There is no... I can't come out and say, well, there are going to be fixtures next week or next weekend, blah, 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 because we just don't know. As I said, those weeks now, from week 6 to week 12, are blank on the Overwatch League website. We have no idea. And hopefully we will get an announcement very, very soon. Now, I want to address that as well. If we do get an announcement that there will be fixtures going ahead for this weekend, I will do my very, very best to get the meta preview and the match previews out before they start. I cannot guarantee anything because I don't know when the announcement will come. If the announcement comes on Friday night, I can't do it. I can almost certainly guarantee that I can't do it. I just don't have enough time. I can get the meta roundup out, but the match roundups, the match previews, I don't know. But I will do my best to get the content we would normally enjoy before the weekend's fixtures out if we get an announcement on that. But I am not expecting an announcement for matches to be held this weekend. And something else we have to take into account is that the fixtures may not follow the same schedule as the fixtures said previously on the Overwatch League website. There might not be the same games that we were expecting this weekend going on this weekend. So if they were to announce that the games were happening this weekend, would we be seeing all of the games that were scheduled for this weekend going ahead? We can't be sure of that because we don't know where every team is situated right now. And that provides a problem. And if the Overwatch League decide to go with the original LA format that they had for the previous 2 years and try and do that, they've obviously got to move all these teams back to that area. So that will take a little bit of time and almost certainly put pay to any chance of any fixtures this weekend. But I am going to leave it here for this one. I am working off of the information I know, and that's all I can say right now. For the foreseeable, there are no Overwatch League fixtures planned until the Overwatch League gives us an announcement of when they are rescheduled for. Do not expect any Overwatch League fixtures this weekend, but on the other hand, there are Overwatch Contenders games to watch if you are missing some esports for Overwatch. This today plus tomorrow, the NA and EU regions will be finishing up their matches for week 1. And there are some really interesting matches going on. We're going to see the British Hurricane, which is the Academy team of London Spitfire, taking on the Eternal Academy, obviously the Academy of Paris, which should be a really interesting game in EU. And also we will see in NA the Team Envy, which is the Academy of Dallas Fuel, take on the Maryville Saints, who have been taking the contenders scene by storm in NA right now after they thrashed the Atlanta Academy 3-0 in the previous fixtures. But if you do want to watch some Overwatch esports, then Contenders is there on YouTube. I will link it in the description. It's the Contenders YouTube channel. And there are some great games to watch there. There's also VODs of the previous games if you missed them as well. And I will do a results roundup of those in the near future. But I'm going to leave it here for this one. Tomorrow I'm probably going to do a channel update on what you can expect in terms of content on this channel, while we have these up in the air and we don't know what's going to happen with Overwatch League and when these games will be played. But I'm going to leave it here for this roundup. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next video. See you then.